Legacy Hobart 80-quart mixer. Alright, so the first step in assembling your Hobart mixer is to plug it into a 208 back plug, like it is here. As you can see, the LED lights will turn on once it's plugged in. If the LED lights go off, then that means it has been unplugged. So the next step in assembling your Hobart mixer is to come over to the cart with your mixer and agitator, and you're going to bring it over to the mixer. As you can see, there's holes on the bowl, and you're going to line those up with the pins on the mixer, as so. And once you've done that, you come over to the automatic bowl lifter that's over here on the control panel, and you press up. As you can see, they're going to automatically attach to the bowl and start lifting it up. And at this point, we can take away the cart. And when the bowl is out like this is when you can add your ingredients, your butter, your flour, your sugar, and then you can swing it back in. And you lock it simply by just pushing it in, and you'll hear a click. At this point, we take the agitator, which can be this, it can be a dough hook or a whisk. We're going to line it up onto the hooks here, and you just push up and it'll click into place. And then when it's at this point, you go back to the automatic bowl lifter and press up, and it will continue on up and stop automatically when it's correctly in place as so. So now we're ready to mix.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to operate the mixer. So the first thing you want to do is you close the metal guard by turning it to the right, like so. And the machine actually won't operate unless this is closed, so you want to make sure it's closed. And then if you come over here to the control panel, I'll show you how to figure out all this stuff. So we have the timer, the speed, the start stop, and then also the automated bowl lift as well. So the first thing with the timer is that it can either count up or count down depending on what you want it to do. So if you turn it all the way to the right, or if you turn it to the right, you can pick whatever desired time you want, like let's say you want it to go for 1 minute and 10 seconds. And then you make sure that the speed is on stir, because you always want to start on stir. And then you press start, and it'll start counting down. And then you can just press stop to stop it. Now if you want it to count up, then you can just turn it all the way to the left and turn it to hold. And then when you press start, it'll just start counting up to the however long you want to run the machine. And then you just press stop. Okay, so now let's talk about the speeds. So like I said before, you always want to start on stir because stir incorporates the ingredients. And if you don't start on stir, even if you start on like 1, then you still might run the risk of, if you have lightweight ingredients like flour, they'll splatter everywhere. So you don't want that to happen because that would be a big mess and you don't want to deal with that. So you start on stir, and then the first speed 1 is for heavy batters or pizza dough and like bigger, thicker things like that. And then the second speed is for still heavier things like cake batters and developing dough for bread and stuff like that. And then the third speed is for a little bit lighter things like incorporating air into like finishing whipped products. And then the fourth and final speed is for, it's the most accelerated, and it's for the maximum air incorporation into like whipped cream or something like that. So I'm sure you're curious to see what these speeds look like, so let's check it out. So we want to start on stir, and let's count up. Yeah, let's count up. Okay, and let's start. So that's what stir looks like, and again, it's to incorporate the ingredients. You always want to start there, and then you can move up to the first level, and that's what 1 looks like. A little bit faster for heavier things like pizza dough or batter. And then that's level 2. And then moving up to speed 3, that's what that looks like. And then speed 4 is pretty fast. It's for whipped products to incorporate air. 'em. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you can just press stop. And then you can just go back to stir, and then you And so it kind of slows down, and then you can just press stop. And there you go.
Hi, now we're going to go through disassembling the machine and cleaning it. The first thing you're going to want to do is swing the cage back open. So you're going to swing it to the left. And you can just leave it there open. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is you can lower it just a little bit. And you're going to want to take the agitator off. And there's a pin. There's a pin back here. You can't really, can you see that? You're going to want to pull it out. And the agitator will just drop down into the bowl. And if you need to lower the bowl even more, you can do that. Until the agitator can rest inside of the bowl. Just like that. And then after that, you're going to want to swing the bowl out. Just like that. So you can put it back onto the dolly. So you're going to line up the dolly right underneath the bowl. Go back to the dolly lift, or the bowl lift. Lower the bowl into the dolly. And then you're going to keep lowering it until this latch unhooks. Just like that. And then you can bring your dough elsewhere. Now for cleaning, the first step is to unplug the mixer.
You just twist and pull.
Hi, and a little more disassembly. You're going to take the cage off, and you're going to, instead of swinging it to the right like you did to close it, you're going to swing it to the left, nice and slow, because it's just going to drop off the more you swing it to the left. So right there, it unhooks like that, and you can take it off and clean it elsewhere. And when you do clean it, you want to clean it with hot water and a mild soap solution. And then you want to rub it down with either soda water or vinegar, and then wipe it down with a clear water solution. And once the machine is unplugged, you want to wipe the entire machine down with a hot water cloth, with a cloth with hot water on it and mild soap. And you want to get in all the nooks and crannies to make sure you get back here, and you want to get all of these parts. Make sure you wipe everything down, and then after it's clean, you want to wipe it down with soda water or a vinegar solution. And again, get all the nooks and crannies. There's lots of little crevices in here. After that, you want to wipe it down a third time with a warm water solution, so just water. And after you're done with that, make sure it's clean, dry, and you've gotten all the nooks and crannies. You can even move this around to make sure you've gotten behind there. Make sure it's dry. Then that's it. And you want to wash it after every use, and make sure it's clean before you use it too, and if necessary, wash it before you use it. And that's how you use
The Hobart Legacy
80-quart mixer. Thanks for watching.
Let's Bake!